Hey there, YouTube. So I'm taking out this perfectly good light because the match to it is burnt out. This one here, I went to turn it off and got a shock. And come to find out, there was smoke and a lot of other stuff that came out of this little circuit board right there. Well, I searched and hunted and searched and hunted, and then my wife said, Why are you searching and hunting? That's an ugly lamp anyway. Let's replace it. Okay, I said. She said, let's get an Edison bulb light. Well, this is what it looks like. That's the Fixture. Contemporary, modern, and definitely different than what came with the trailer. But I got it from Amazon. I'll show you how I put it on and what steps I did or I take as I replace the second light. Stick around. So the first thing I have to do is I have to take the light out, and I'm going to keep this switch so that I have a switch just like the other one. Now what I did is I bought a new fixture that is a regular household fixture, but what I did is I bought a 12-volt Edison bulb to go in it. Now as I go through these steps, I'll show you what I'm doing and so that you can do this for yourself. All right, first things first, I'm going to take this one out. There it is. It's off. Okay, I'm going to clip the wires and we're going to get rid of it. Now I'm taking the switch, and on the DC line, the black is the hot. And so I'm going to switch the hot. And in the circuit that I just showed you, the line with the blue stripe on it, that is the hot. And the white line is the ground. So I'm going to take this little piece out and save it. I'm going to keep this for the next light fixture because it doesn't have one of these in it because it was an AC fixture. Okay, there we go. I got the little switch out, and this becomes a dust collector in my garage until I finally decide I'm never going to use this and I'm going to throw it away. Now this is the ornament, the shade, and the piece that came in the new package. in order for this to work right, it goes together like so. I'm going to have to put this piece up against the ceiling and then screw these into it. See, standard base, black and white wire. Yes, nobody uses a hand screwdriver anymore, right? Somebody made that comment on one of my previous videos. Nobody ever, what's with the power drill? Nobody ever, yeah, right, well, it's because it's easier. Now, we don't have a third wire on DC, so no need to have that extra screw in there. The green screw is normally for AC for the extra ground, the redundant ground. Okay. Now what I need to do is I need to take my drill and I'm going to drill a hole in the side for little Mr. Switch to stick out. Okay, that's going to take me some doing. I'll get back with you in a second. Okay, first, I'm going to locate where I'm going to drill it. I want it to be perpendicular to that, and then I'm just going to score it real slow like. Oops, it's on loosen. Just going to score it. And then I'm going to switch my bit out. This is a, I'll tell you what size bit this is. It's a 13/32 bit. Just so happens to be the right size for that screw. Mr. Switch. And there we have it. Switch should fit, right? Oh, I gotta take the nut off. Take the nut off. And the switch fits like so. Nut back on. Now I have a switch. Pretty simple. Okay, back here at the fixture, we have a piece here that we need to take off. Again, I'm working with a hot wire there that I just accidentally clipped. I'm going to reuse these screws. They are just screwed into the Luan ceiling here, or plywood ceiling, not sure which. And I'm going to keep this with the old light. I'm going to use 2 of these screws again, and I'm going to put the foundation base on this, like so. Okay, now I'm going to strip back the 2 blue wires that I cut into, and we're going to put this wire nut on them, and I'll put a little heat shrink on there to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. And I'm going to join this in with it when I do it. Can't see it very well, but to apply a little heat shrink. And since I have some, I'm going to go ahead and put a little on the other one too. I mean, why not? The kit came with it. And then these are going back up in the ceiling. Be sure to comment in the comments below. Tell me how I'm screwing this up. That would be wonderful. There we go. All protected. I'm going to use the same screws that I did that I took out, but I'm going to put some Gorilla Glue on it so that on the screws so that they fill a little bit better. I'm also going to pre-drill the screws and put this little bracket up into the wood. Okay, oh, that's the wrong one. Just put a little dab of Gorilla Glue on there. Helps when you put it on the right direction. So you can see I make mistakes a lot. That's the second big mistake I've made today. A little goop on this one. Cap on so it doesn't leak out. All right. Now the next step is to assemble the fixture and then finally wire it, and we should be done. That's what it looks like. Now the next step is to assemble the fixture and then finally wire it, and we should be done. That's what it looks like. Okay, so I got these. I didn't use wire nut connectors or whatever. I used these inline connectors. There you have it. Factory connections, redone. The inline connections, the clicker, click, click. And before I put it on up there, I'm going to test it. Okay, just screwed in the bulb. Let's see, I'm going to click it on. Oh, there we go. That's it off. Edison bulb. And there's it on, all bright. All right, 2 more screws, tuck in the wires, and we're done. Ta-da! There you have 2 very modern, contemporary, and AC light fixtures connected to a DC circuit with DC bulbs. They have the A26 base on them. There is one thing that I do not like about this. You give me a black light fixture and you give me a silver-headed screw to fix it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find a Sharpie or something, and I'm going to paint those black on all 4 of them. Because even from here, you look at this one, you can zoom in there, you see the silver screw just rearing its ugly head. So that's the one complaint about this I have. My wife loves them, so you know, what's the saying? Happy wife, happy life. There you have it, folks. AC fixtures and DC outlets with DC bulbs. Thanks for watching. Join us again next time for Everything RV by Pat. Take care. Now go out and enjoy the world around you.